Hello guys, Jesus here. I am finally here again to bring you another can. This is something I've been working on all day now, and this was a pain in the ass to get working, especially some parts. So let me explain what this is. This is a 4D stacker that has double tap. It does has double tap. It's X40. It has 16 slabbust, and it has insta hybrid as well, meaning you won't get any clipping issues on lava water walls, alternating walls. There won't be anything flowing out. This combust regens with double tap, and it's adjustable as well. Do you barely get any Y adjust with this? This is literally how high it goes. If you put it higher, it won't work. You can, in theory, by breaking here, adjust over here as well, and shoot like this. Wouldn't recommend it though, because you can't really adjust down because this is in the way. So if you need to go through a region, you will have to adjust down after, since there's no one-shot sand on 116. So you can shoot like this. You can move this quite far. It has a lot of float range, so you can move this over here. It'd be fine. You would then have to move this 2 blocks down once you bust the region, because clipping. Now let me explain some things about this. This is 600 power, that's double pulse to get the float and Y adjust and the range that we want. You could, of course, if you need more float, replace these trains with the trapdoors, but that significantly decreases your range, so I don't know how much range you will have, but you won't have a lot. Not enough in my case. So this uses a little soul sand comp, very simple, no laggy carpet comp or anything. Works very well for these smaller stackers. Maybe even applicable to the big one, I don't know. No prop blocks anywhere, this is fully watered. Some blocks waterlogged because that's not disabled on my server. By the way, I'll have a link to that in the description. But on a real fashion server that has this disabled, but those won't be waterlogged, won't make a difference, because there's not really any block the key can be on that's waterlogged here. There's 2 different buttons, single fire and double tap. Double tap button for double tapping, since this can only shoot every 4 seconds without like completely fucking up. The double tap was very hard to get working. The timing on that is insane. Here you can turn on the scatter for double tap, since you could just double tap and set a sand very quickly. But if you turn that on, you will actually get delayed scatter on the first shot too. And we got the insta hybrid lever here, the slabbust here. You can always use the slabbust. Don't use the instant hybrid and double tap at the same time. I haven't tried it, but it probably will not work. It will break something. Yeah, this is the normal button for shooting normally. This also has quite a bit of range as far as I've tested. Let's go from like the front of this. 11 chunks, 12 chunks, 13 chunks. So it should have about 13 chunks of range at least. It might have a bit more, I haven't tested more. But 13 chunks should be there. Don't worry about that, that was just from the water a few times, because watering stuff when water flow is enabled is a real pain in the ass. Well, you gotta believe me that. but alright. Something clever I had to use is actually because the tiles are so tight on the double tap scatter, I have this hammer kind of thing here that hammers the double tap scatter down in front of this piston before it gets pushed in. It's a bit stupid, it's a bit silly, but it works perfectly, so all good. Here we have the hammer, that's about 140 hammer, a little bit too much, but I'd rather have too much than too little. As I said, 600 power that gets double pulse. This goes down every shot, 40 sap. Has this kind of little compression here that I made. This is kind of like the 1.8 infinite boosters. These boosters are a bit wacky, but they work, so I don't care. Yeah, this is a lot of TNT, this will lag. Alright, so let's start getting through some here to watch for us. The first one is this here, which has 4 slabs. In theory this can do 16 slabbust. So it's lagging a bit. We turn on slabbust. We turn on sand. Originally I wanted to add a concrete mode to it, but it was not gonna work very easily. I would have had to add extra scatter, and decided that for a 40 stacker that's very relevant to have the concrete. On a smaller stacker like a 20 it's way more useful. Alright, then I'm going to press the button. As you can see, we slab busted and stacked. Busted through 4 slabs, as it should, and stacked 40 blocks. Perfect. Now for the next shot we're going to turn off the slab bust. Slabs anymore. It won't do anything. If there's water it won't do anything. If there's no water on your stack it will actually break the first stack. Or to turn off the slab bust if you don't need it. Just press the double tap button. I feel like I did. Never mind again. I think I did press the double tap button. Press it. Wait, I didn't actually press the double tap button. Was it just very laggy or what? I think it was just very laggy. Whatever. We just sacked in other something while my cannon was going off, so I thought it shot twice. Because it lagged twice. Whatever. We've now stacked 80 sand, and now this barrel here is actually at 120, exactly 3 times where you need to stack 40. I've made it on purpose, you probably want to do that if you have the option. And now I'm going to turn on the instant hybrid. And fire. Let's see. Wait, no, this has stacked. I did press the double tap button. This is stacked up to 120. Oh, that was my mistake. Well, couldn't demonstrate the instant hybrid right now since this was already stacked 120 on accident. As you see, we got 2 blocks room. Very, very easy. Let's see if I've lined up this region correctly. Looks like I have. So, There's no slabs on the region, so let's turn everything off except the sand. I'm not going to use the double tap just because it's so super laggy. Unless I have to, obviously, to bust the region. We're gonna fire 2 times here first. Now the next shot is gonna go up to 120, like we were supposed to do last time. This time we're gonna turn on double tap scatter, leave these off, no slabs, leave sand on, and press the double tap button. Now this should start busting the region. It's gonna take 3 times to bust this region since it's 120 high, and this is a 40 stacker. As you see, the timings on the double tap are very close. It's literally 1 tick, but I've got it to work. Right, now the last time we do this, then this region will get completely stacked. As you can see now, our region has been stacked into. Now we can disable this double tap again. We're gonna have to prove once more just to break this, since I don't have any scatter going off inside the region. Could easily add it by just connecting this to this line as well, like in between here and here or something. I didn't bother since it's not really necessary. You can just shoot one more time. Because everything clipped on here, we're gonna have to do it once more. That's usually not the case, sometimes can happen. Oh, I didn't have any hybrid on, that's why. No. This is 120, so I can still hybrid this probably. Just gonna check instant hybrid on. And fire. This should hybrid it. Or not. I'm stacking a second time now. For the sake of the video, let's just assume stacked here again without turning hybrid on. Since we've got through the region anyway, what we're gonna have to do now is make this 2 layer. Alright. If we have hybrid on and fire, that should just stack, and down here and there we go. Now this region is busted, and this goes at 118. Our new barrel, obviously, also 118. So we can shoot under this busted region now to the back wall. There it is. Let's see. 4 slabs again. 44. We're gonna turn hybrid off again, slabbust on. and fire it. Actually gonna be able to show you the instant hybrid. But I accidentally pressed the double tap button again. Got that. Turn slabbust off. And fire again. This is 40. And now, when we're about to hit the top again, we're going to turn on instant hybrid. What it does is just hybrid one redstone tick after the hammer goes off, so the water doesn't have time to flow. So what you see here, the water starts to flow out down here. You know, if there was a lava wall here, that would trend stuff and cause clipping. But up here where the hole is, where anything is, this by the way goes up to 1 block more than our barrel, sometimes 2, usually 1. Up here there's no water flowing out of the wall or into the wall. Completely dry here, and there's nothing to worry about. In theory, what you could also use this for is to backstack here until you've stacked into here, and then revenue these walls, but that's a little bit complicated, really no need to. But this is mainly against clipping from lava or watered walls. Don't want that. These other walls I didn't put any slabs on, just to quickly demonstrate. I'm gonna use the double tap to stack 80 sand without the scatter on, obviously. That's stacked in here now, 80 sand, right? So now I just want to turn on instant hybrid again. Don't double tap, fire once, should get us through the second wall. There we go. Now I believe this is the last wall. We're gonna just do that again. Tap. Just 80. Now you could raid with this at max height. It would just take a few more shots. Would be annoying, especially on the regens. Well, after you... Actually, if you use this on the regens at max height and they're built wrong, you wouldn't need to adjust down because it would completely take them out. Depends on how they're built. Anyways, we should have stacked 80 in here now. I can't see it, but I just assume it worked. Now we're going to instant hybrid. Oh, I double tapped on accident. Oh, no matter. As you can see, there's still no water flowing in between these. So if this were alternating lava water walls, would work very well. I just haven't done that here because of so you can actually see the stuff better, because in lava you can't see shit. Now this obviously shot twice because I accidentally pressed double tap. As you can see, it's that easy to really get through few walls, no matter if they're alternating lava water, it will still work fine. Up to 16 slabs, 1 drop. Bust regens, you can adjust down like 5 times, I think. At what point can't you do it anymore? Actually, that shit might be in the way. Never mind, because it flows over here. So you can adjust a few times. That's pretty much how many regens you can go through. You can go through a lot of regens. yeah, works perfectly. And obviously I wouldn't use this just with regen bus because the double tap is very bad, it shoots super slowly. This was not meant to regen bust, I just thought I kinda had to add it, since if you build a cannon at the base they probably have at least one regen and you need to get through it somehow. Building an auto cannon is pretty bad, so I thought I have to add double tap to this somehow, or it's not going to be worth building at the base that has a single regen. But if you need to go for a lot of regions, probably don't use this. Mainly if they have a lot of gen walls or you've run into clipping issues with other cannons on the gen walls. This is a very good choice in that case. Also labeled all the things here. This is the normal fire one, double fire, sand, double tap scatter, hybrid. I'm not going to put a schematic in the description or make this a release or anything. If you need this for some reason, just hit me up on Discord. You can find me on my Cannoing Discord. Link is in the description. And then I'll throw you the schematic. Right, it's very late, so I'm going to bed now in a few minutes after I upload this. See you guys.